कैसे हो दोस्तों? आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग गुड। मैं दोबारा से आ गया हूँ एक मजेदार पॉडकास्ट के साथ विद माय बडी शुभम मिश्रा। कैसे हो शुभम? हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Hi, Tisha. I'm good. What about you?
ऑल गुड ब्रो, ऑल गुड। आई गेस वी आर डूइंग इट आफ्टर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम। बहुत समय हो गया हम एक साथ में पॉडकास्ट करे हुए। सो कैसा महसूस हो रहा है आपको इतने दिनों के बाद कनेक्ट करने में?
I think मतलब जो excitement है वो same है. Like when we started our first time shooted our podcast. So the same excitement today as well. Because this is something, which is comes inside from us, right?
हम्म।
So जो एक चीजें होती है कि जो आप जिसमें इंटरेस्टेड होते हो और जो आपकी हमेशा से एक्साइटमेंट होती है लाइक
हम्म।
राइट सो द थिंग विच यू लाइक सो आप हमेशा एक्साइटेड रहते हो सो फॉर दिस
हम्म।
पॉडकास्ट एज वेल आई एम सो मच एक्साइटेड एंड वांट टू टेक इट फर्दर विथ यू या
Me too, bro. I'm really, really pumped up to talk to you about fitness, growth mindset,
या
how to become a stylish entrepreneur, stylish, project manager, stylish working professional, right? So let's
एग्जैक्टली
start with the podcast. So I want to ask you, bro, being a working professional, being, working for more than 9 hours, 10 hours in a day, how do you make time for fitness? How do you make time for your health? कैसे मैनेज कर लेते हो ब्रो
ओके
सब कुछ?
Yeah, that is something which is interesting question. So it's not very easy first thing, and the second thing is all about if I tell you about the secret of this is all about right Atish. Yes. So मुझे जो first thing लगती है ना it's all about comes from your mindset right कि आपका क्या mindset है what kind of dreams you are looking what is your purpose in life right so ये main चीज होता है कि to comes into other thing as well right so suppose if I'm looking I just want to become more of stylish person I just want to look more myself as a fit right so that is something which is important for all the people right how much that matters for them ये हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपके लिए वो कितना मैटर करता है शायद आपकी लाइफ में वो बिल्कुल मैटर ना करता यू थिंक लाइक you are good enough to with your jobs and with your things and all so why you care for the fitness right the first thing is all about we have to take care of the things which matters for our life like हमारे लिए वो मैटर करना चाहिए either is fitness or anything ठीक है जब तक वो मैटर नहीं करेगा we never start so that's one thing second thing for me it always matters fitness is always something which matters for me I really like to be fit I really like to be enthusiast and I really like to be looks cool and stylish right so that's the thing that's why I used to go to gym I used to do some kind of fitness exercises and all and those kind of things right now about when we talk about the fitness and all so the other thing is all about to getting a you know the hardcore mindset for that okay कि ऐसा नहीं है कि it's not something which is bit very hard ठीक है बिल्कुल सिंपल है you need to wake up 6 in the morning or 6:30 or 7 or 7:30 whatever time suits you अब अगर हम लोग आईटी की बात करें फॉर आईटी प्रोफेशनल और मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल ठीक है हमारे पास 7 बजे तक का टाइम होता है वी कैन गो फॉर अ जिम और फॉर रनिंग और एनी टाइम 7 बजे उठ सकते हैं एंड देन वी को गो फॉर अ जिम इट्स नॉट कंपलसरी कि आप 5 बजे उठो 6 बजे उठो 7 बजे उठो या 8 बजे उठो generally most of the people goes to their work or they start their professional things and other things other activities at the time of 9 or 10 right जनरल अगर हम लोग बात करें ठीक है 9 या 10 ठीक है so we have enough time in the morning that we can spend 1 hour or 2 hours to go for a gym right so that's the thing so that is one of the thing which is very important now अब इसके पीछे भी क्या होता है कि there is again like कि ऐसा होता है कि जो the people who are going to gym right अब जो लोग होते हैं उनके माइंडसेट थोड़े डिफरेंट होते हैं ठीक है लाइक आवर प्रोफेशनल पीपल दे थिंक भाई मुझे बॉडी बनानी ही नहीं है व्हाई शुड आई गो फॉर अ जिम जिम इज नॉट अ प्लेस देयर यू गो फॉर अ चैंपियनशिप और बॉडी बिल्डिंग it is something which is important for you अब इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस समझते हैं right so we have seen a lot of people who are facing such kind of challenges in today's world related to their fitness right so that is one thing which is very important on longer term कि हमें उसके benefits जब तक हमें importance और benefits नहीं पता रहेगी we never go for a fitness we never go for a gym we never go for follow that routine once we got that mindset once we got to know what exactly the benefit of this then only we will start the things right तो दैट इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सबसे पहले आपको रिसर्च करनी होगी किसी भी चीज को स्टार्ट करने के लिए द पर्पस व्हाई यू आर डूइंग दैट That is one thing. Then second thing, you have to understand कि उसके benefits, उसके importance, और क्या
Hmm.
हमें उससे, like, on a longer term, what we are getting the result. If we are spending that much amount of time into that, so are we getting some kind of thing which is very fruitful for us or not? That is one thing, right? So those things, ये सारी चीजें जब हम लोग understand करते हैं, when we understand those kind of things, when we understand proper the benefits of the things, then only we start with some purpose, right? ये चीज होती है। अब
Hmm.
बेसिक, अब आपके लिए ही बात करें, सो यू ऑल्सो थिंक कि ठीक है यार, अब बॉडी क्यों बनाए हम लोग, हमें हमें कौन सा वहां पे जिम में जाके वी हैव टू मेक सिक्स एप्स और ऑल, क्योंकि हमें तो चैंपियनशिप खेलनी नहीं है। द थिंग इज ऑल अबाउट, इट्स ऑल अबाउट द माइंडसेट, इट्स ऑल अबाउट टू नो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द रीजन बिहाइंड दैट, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स यू आर गेटिंग देयर। दोज आर कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट, राइट आतिश? इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द बेनिफिट्स एज वेल, बेनिफिट्स ये होती है कि एज पर द साइंटिस्ट रिसर्च एज वेल, we talk about the scientific research, the person who are doing or following a fitness on a consistent basis, their mindset, and the person who are not doing fitness, their mindset, both are completely different,
Hmm.
right? Both 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 mindsets are totally different, that we
Hmm.
have checked in the research as well. So their mindset, their way of doing the things, their way of looking the world is totally different as compared to the people who are not doing or engaging in a fitness activities, right? And a lot of things goes ki theek hai, we can buy a lot of things from the money, right?
Hmm.
You can buy gold, you can buy a diamond, you can buy anything if you are so much rich, but you never can buy a six abs, a
Hmm.
fit body. That is something which you have to earn it. You have to go there, you have to spend your time, and you have to put your shit there, then only you can get earned for that. That is something which is very important for us, and that's why fitness is something which is important for me as well, and the people who know what exactly the benefit of fitness,
Hmm.
they know why it is very important, and they are running their shits almost every day and putting whole day, almost 1 and 2 hours, spending their time to there. So that is the thing. So first of all, it's all about to know the purpose, to know the benefit, to know the mindset behind that. That is
Hmm.
something important. Yeah.
I totally agree with you, bro. You mentioned something that research has proven the people who are going to gym, the people who are engaging any sort of physical activity, they are more successful in life. So, what do you think are the reasons? I can think of few. It could be discipline, that the people who are going to gym, who are exercising daily, have a disciplined mindset, which also comes
Mhm,
handy in other aspects of life. Or also it could
mhm,
be the people who are going to gym, they have self control, they don't fall into instant gratification, right? They have self control on their food eating items, they have self control on what to do, what not to do when it comes to health, when it comes to fitness. So what are the other things you believe are the benefits of exercising daily or spending at least 20-25 minutes daily on any sort of physical activity?
okay. So if I tell you in simple words, it makes you a strong man. Okay.
Hmm.
It makes you a strong man. So if I comes up with a philosophy, okay, I was reading one of the book, and
Hmm.
in that book it was written, and I think, I'm not sure
Hmm.
whether you have heard about it or not, but this is something which is very important to understand for everyone. Okay, for especially for the men who's watching
Hmm.
this podcast.
Hmm.
So it goes like this way. uh Hard times create strong man,
Yes.
strong man creates good time, good time creates weak man, and weak man creates bad times. So this is something which is
Yes.
important.
And this is
So
from my
strong men are
favorite
the one.
podcaster, Joe Regan. Joe Regan says multiple time on his podcast.
Exactly. So this is the philosophy behind that. So if you are a
Hmm.
strong man, then only you can bring a good times, right? So that's why we have seen an example in today's world as well, like the people, like if we see the uh stars, sons and daughter, they
Hmm.
are not able to make so much progress in their life. Why? The reason is because they don't get that kind of hardships. They don't
Hmm.
have to face that kind of hardships. That's why they are not able to make that kind of progress, right? So
Hmm.
that is something which is very important, to become a strong man, right? And being
Hmm.
a strong man, only you can create a good times for you, for your family, for everyone, right?
Hmm.
So this is something which is very important. And as you mentioned, like apart from that, what makes the person difference. So that is a difference, a big
Hmm.
difference when you go for a gym. So it creates you into a strong man, right? And that's how you goes with a strong mindset. That's how you start working out and thinking in a different way. So that's the answer.
Hmm. And I want to add something to this. I was listening to a podcast by this neuroscientist or neurologist, Sid Warrior. He talks a lot about how going to gym, how hitting gym every day, how exercising can also change the
So are you
neural
talking
path.
about Andrew Huberman?
Yeah, so Andy Woman, I also listened to his podcast. I was talking about the Indian version
Joko
of
Willing?
Andy. The name of the
I
guy is
see.
Sid Warrior. He's
I
been
see.
on multiple podcasts. I was recently
Hmm.
listening to a podcast of him being on Radbir Alabadia show, where he was talking
Hmm.
about shit about neuroscience, how brain works. So
Hmm.
he mentioned that when you're exercising, you are also changing your neural pathways in such a manner that you're making yourself more averse to falling into this pathway of instant gratification, that let me just eat this pack of chips, let me just eat this pack of Cheetos, let me have some
Hmm.
soda, let me have some outside food. You're changing your pathways, you're changing your neural networks, so you're
Hmm.
strengthening it, right? Any next time when a thought of eating outside food or a thought of eating a packet of chips comes to your mind will automatically reject it, because you have changed your neural pathways in such a manner. So that was a very
Exactly.
amazing discussion I listened to the other day. And you were right. Similar concept but also being talked about on Andrew Huberman podcast. He's a legend. He talks a
Exactly.
lot about the scientific way of approaching things. He approached everything in a very scientific fashion. So what are your thoughts about it? How you think exercise can also change your neural pathways or maybe change your mind?
Yeah, so for me, as I mentioned, if I talk about my life only, so I've changed a lot of things in terms of from last 1 or 2 years by being so much consistent towards workout. So the whole
Hmm.
way of thinking the things, doing the work, that have definitely going to be changed from my side as well. Like if earlier I was so much procrastinate, right? If I've
Hmm.
given any kind of task, I used to procrastinate, right? So that is something which changed day by day. So once you being so much consistent with your routine, you wake up 6 in the morning, you go for a gym, and then you comes back and take rest. Then again next day you just wake up in the morning, go for a gym, and then you comes back and take rest. Okay, so this is how being into a discipline, following that kind of routine every day makes you a makes you into that kind of mindset that whatever your work as well, so you feel energetic as well, right? So there is
Hmm.
some kind of misconception among the people as well, like they thought like when you go for a gym you drain, your energy got drained. But that is something which is a total misconception, right? When you go for a gym, when you work out, when you do put a lot of shits in the morning, in that case you gain more energy, right?
Hmm.
So I tell you, for example, like the day when I don't go for a gym, or just because I don't go for running or something, so those days I feel more drained, right? I don't feel that kind of energy in my body to do any kind of work or any kind of routine. And that is very important for the people, who are into IT, right? So for them, for those people, it is very important understand
Hmm.
understand the benefit, to understand the advantage, to understand what exactly the mindset of the people who go for a do and fitness routine and all. Because for us it is very important, right, Adisha? Because we have to sit almost 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours on a bench, and in front of us there is a computer, right? And we
Hmm.
have to sit almost 9 to 10 hours every day, and we don't get such time to go to do any kind of physical activities. So for us it is very important to engage in these kind of activities, right? Either we have to do, because we are not even take our time to play any cricket or something, right? If I talk about my earlier days, so I used to play cricket. I used to play and I have a lot of interest in cricket, right? But now, just because of busy schedule, just because of things have changed, and now we are into digital era, a lot of things are always on your responsibility. So in that case I just missing those things, right? My those physical activities. So in that case, this is a perfect advantage. You can go, you do workout, and that helps you and maintain you in that kind of posture. So that's what my take on this. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. So, bro, you talk about when you are going to gym, you are feeling more energized. So, what I think the biology behind it is, uh, so when you are exercising, when you are doing any form of physical activity, your brain releases a hormone called dopamine, a chemical called dopamine, and it's give you that
Exactly.
dopamine hit, right? It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. So that is why the more you indulge yourself in physical activity, the more you will crave for it, right? Because your mind will again and again want that dopamine, and the same dopamine, the same chemical is released when you eat junk food, when you binge watch, right? So that is a good dopamine hit when you get when you are exercising or indulging in any form of physical activity. So bro, before we end this quick discussion, and I can go on
All
and
right.
on, but at some time we have to end it, and we decided to keep it short. What are some practical tips or quick tips which you want to give to a professional who's not into gymming, who's looking to change
Mhm.
his body, who's looking to get fit, but doesn't know where to start? So, what will be few
Okay.
habits you could suggest to that person to at least get started in the journey of transforming himself or herself into a better body,
Mhm.
into a better health?
Yeah. So before everything, they need to understand what exactly the benefit or advantage of it. Okay. So first of all, they need to understand why people are going for a gym or why people are doing workouts. What exactly the benefit? Why it is going to be helpful for you, right?
Hmm.
So that is one thing they need to understand, because without a purpose, without any meaning, no one starts. If they start, they're going to shut down in 2 or 3 days. So that is
Hmm.
something which is very important. The first thing is all about, you need to understand what are the benefits, what are the advantage, and what kind of benefits you will get of doing
Hmm.
regular workout. That's one thing you need to search on a YouTube. Now second thing, it brings the kind of confidence, and as I mentioned about the strong
Hmm.
man. So if you want to be a strong man, you should go and hit a gym each and every day, right? If you think you want to be, always thinks that, those people, when we heard about those people who got bullied most of the times, in their school days, college days. So that is something, there is a way you can, hit a gym and you can confront with the people, right? So that
Hmm.
is something which is very important. Now if I talk about the practical way, so the thing first thing is all about, we have discussed the purpose, that you have to find why, the understanding the advantage and all. Then second thing is all about, you got much confidence and all. And now the third thing is all about, we have to change our mindset, right? So what people think is all about going for a gym, कि body नहीं बनाना है यार, body कौन बनाएगा अब इस टाइम ये कौन करेगा, ये क्या
Hmm.
करना है, क्यों अब 25 साल की उम्र में मुझे कौन से डोले शोले दिखाने हैं? That is not the thing,
Hmm.
right? There are different kind of, fitness activity you can involved in, right? So the most popular is all about athletic exercises,
Hmm.
right? The most of the athlete and the most of the actors, those are doing, right? So this is one of the things which you can do and work out in a gym, right, to become more smart, to become
Hmm.
more handsome. And we have seen, in professional world as well, those who looks in terms of looks as well matters in the professional world. If you are going to be a highest level of CEO position or something, you always see the most stylish, or the most, the looks matter. That's what I would say here as
Hmm.
well. So your personality really matters. So for that, if you have to build a good personality there as well, to get some kind of bonus, right? If you're not that much of excellent in terms of your working, not everyone gifted with the same talent, you are not expert in these kind of things, but you can gain some kind of benefits in which you are good at. So right, the example which I've given to you, by going and doing workout, you can be a fit, you can be a confidence, you can be so much confident in your meeting, you can uh, stop doing procrastination and other things. So those are the things. And the last thing is all about, you become more of a cool and stylish. And you know everyone likes cool and stylish guy, right? Even girls, or even
Hmm.
in the professional as well, everyone wants to talk to you. So that's the thing. So that's my takeaway from there. So you have to start understand the things, then you have to understand, like in terms of confidence, all in terms of professional as world as well, like why you are getting the benefit. Then you have to change about your mindset. Is all about, like, it's not all about making a body and all, कि भाई हमें six abs और हमें competition नहीं खेलना. It is something different. The results you are getting is totally different, right? and you can compete in the market of the professional world, and you can become a different from the other guys, right? So that's the thing. Yeah,
Mm. That is a really helpful tips which you just spoke about, that you need to develop that mindset. You have to understand why it's important I need to do any sort of physical exercise, and how it can help me in my career also. By, when I look more
exactly.
confident, I can project more confident, right? I can be more confident in my speech, in my meetings, in the way I communicate with my fellow co-workers. So that is spot on. And with this, guys, we have to end this podcast. हमने सोचा था कि हम ग्रोथ माइंडसेट के बारे में भी बात करें, बट वी वांट टू मेक अ सेपरेट वीडियो अबाउट इट, हाउ यू कैन डेवलप अ ग्रोथ माइंडसेट. व्हेन आई सी ग्रोथ माइंडसेट, इट मींस accumulating good information, good knowledge, जो आपको आपकी करियर में, आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ में, आपके रिलेशनशिप में हेल्प करे. तो उसके लिए वी विल कनेक्ट अगेन एंड वी विल मेक अ सेपरेट वीडियो. सो दोस्तों, अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज लाइक, कमेंट एंड subscribe to my channel, and also share this video between your circle, so ताकि इसकी रीच ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को पता चले why you need to indulge in any sort of physical exercise.
Exactly. Thanks,
Thank you
and
so
thanks for
much.
having me on this podcast, Satisha.
Thank you so much, bro, and we will talk soon.
Yeah, sure.